We spend our lives looking down, actually sort of almost refusing to engage with the world. That there is a whole world up there that we, don't know exists.
We can manage in one brief moment to take people from the reality of this town, this city, these buildings that they know, and bring some poetic meaning to this space.
The thing about this, creating outdoor work is you're looking for spaces that are going to accommodate an audience and that are going to give you plenty of possibilities in terms of creating different stages.
For the first time we had this vision, to do in the rooftop. We can open the possibilities of different points of view. Here one possibility, it's people, actors, climbing from here to the top. So what do you think of the space here?
I think it's got potential. Two main ideas that have emerged are around the idea of falling and also the idea of flight.
We lose the power of the possibility sometimes of dreaming, and then I think the dream is the flying. Of course, always you dream, but many times you don't manage to achieve what you dream, so the fall. I think this idea of bringing people together is wonderful. I think is what we need as artists today, to be continuously learning more.
Working with these artists this whole tradition comes out of a Latin American history of performance, and we're coming from the other side of the planet. And I guess a more European tradition in a way. What it very quickly becomes apparent is that the language of performance has a certain universality to it.
Completely.
Music is really integral to the work, and on day 3, Stephen Deasley, the composer, joined us.
I work with story and narrative, that's my thing, and that's where my head, my heart and my craft always comes back to the centre of a story and the human part of that story.
Well, I've set up 4 loudspeakers because we're looking at the notions of flocking, so we'll see how they follow.
Actually, the thing that's interesting is not the stuff in the air or the stuff on the ground, it's the relationship between the air and the ground. And it's the same with music. Music is there and movement is there, it's the relationship between the two. For me, that's where things become interesting.
We started to talk what we would be doing on the roof, or who are in the roof, who can we be there? So came the idea of birds.
It's about putting audiences in places that they're perhaps very familiar with, like a street that they walk down every day, or a building that they pass by every day, and making them look at it in a different way. Sometimes you fall and you might take flight, and sometimes you fall and you might hit your face smack on the footpath. And there's an awful lot of mythology and literature and stories around those ideas that we're going to start to research and build.
Because like a city has a peculiar dynamic, you know, like the traffic, the people, the cars, the buildings, and we like to incorporate this on the performances. And there are some things, it's like principle for us, like how you appears, the impact you cause, how you disappears, how is the contact, how you bring the people who are passing by into the thing, into what you are doing, and surprising people all the time.
The great thing about the idea is that pretty much every city has rooftops. It is an idea that can travel.